Great thing about having a laptop on your desk at all times is that I can send out a copy of those slides to each and every one of my kids, and as they're working, they can refer back to those slides to get answers. So I can just show you an example here. I can just take this student's work. I've assigned in the content library my fresh and saltwater systems notes. So here we go, pops up on the right hand side, and now this student, as they work, has access to all my pictures, all of the slides I've given them. They don't have to just rely on a boring textbook to get their answers. They can also see the content that I've created that's specific to the assignment that I've given them. It's a really powerful tool. There you can see an image of schistosomiasis that's kind of gross but very interesting. And it's just a great way for students to have access to some resources that otherwise they'd only have a textbook with them and notes that they copied down. This opens up a lot more doors. So here's a hand-in assignment that I might give to my kids. I'm going to open this up in Word, because when it's in Word or a program that's running on the computer, things are much smoother, they're faster. It's just a nicer way to go about doing an assignment. So I can open up my pens here, I can choose a color. So 74% of their surface is covered in water, 3% is fresh water. So you can see I've filled in some answers already here. 4 things we test for at water treatment plants: pH level, we test for turbidity. And the reason I'm taking time to show you this is just how smooth the writing is and how good it looks. It's kind of the same as writing on paper. It's just on a notebook instead, or a tablet instead. We test for color, taste. So if the writing's messy on that, it's my fault, not the computer's. Now when a student's done with their assignment, all they need to do is go back and click on, let me just do that with the mouse here. There we go. Go back and click on Turn In. Now that one was already turned in, but I can do it again, it doesn't matter. Basically what that means is that the students handed that assignment in and I get a notification. So I get a list of all my kids in my class. I can see who's finished the assignment, who hasn't. I can click on it, I have access to it immediately. No more paperwork to worry about, no more kids losing it in their locker. It's right on my desk and it's on their desk all the time. All right, so assignment's been done, notes have been done. Now it's time to write a quiz. So the great thing about having a tablet or a laptop on the desk is that when I give quizzes, it's not just a quiz, it can also be used as a formative assessment tool. What I mean by that is the kids can learn while they write the quiz as well, and learn from their mistakes is really what that looks like. So instead of them writing a quiz, handing it into me taking hours to mark it, handing it back to them 3 or 4 days later, they've already forgotten what the questions were. This can all be done in real time now on these tablets. So you can see I've just got a little 5-question quiz set up. I'm going to purposely pick mostly correct answers, but also some incorrect answers. So let's see here. Very little water is locked up in ice caps. That's false, so that's the answer to that one. The Earth has 74% of water covering its surface. Now, on number 3 here, I'm going to purposely pick the wrong answer. I'm going to say that the 2 main categories of water are tropical and temperate. That's incorrect. The correct answer is fresh and salt, but we'll see that in a minute. Pressurizing pipes, that's not what reservoirs are used for. And some advantages to dams are hydroelectricity, irrigation, and employment. I've got my answers all selected. As soon as I hit submit, I immediately as a student get feedback. So the ones I've answered correctly, it says correct, great job. Correct, great job. Now number 3, I picked the wrong answer there. It shows me that I've got the wrong answer. It shows me what the right answer is. And as a teacher, I can put any message I want in with those wrong answers. So I could say, this is the reason this choice isn't correct, or the better answer would be this. It's just a great tool for kids to continue to learn even while they're writing a quiz. Finally, I just want to show how these laptops can also be great equalizers in the classroom. So I work in a building right now where sometimes we are unable to provide enough readers for students. So sometimes I'm forced to send a student in a group. Sometimes students don't want to do that, so they just choose to sit at their own desk and read the test even though they need help reading. So the great thing about these laptops is that right built into the computer, you've got a reader for the students who need that. And that's great for all kids, not just those on IPPs. At the same time, you could also use similar software for speech to text. So basically, if a student has trouble writing or typing, they can just use their voice and the computer will record them as they work.
The Earth seems to have an abundance of water. What percentage of the Earth's surface does salt water account for? A. 97%, B. 74%, C. 50%, D. 21%.
So that's pretty much what I wanted to show about Office 365 and about one of the ways that I would use this in my classroom, and one of the things that your son or daughter would have at their disposal if we go ahead and go through with this one-to-one laptop. Thank you for your time.